All right, guys, welcome back. Today, I'm gonna be talking about my recovery protocol for my Achilles rupture. April 18th, I had just gotten back from Germany. I went to FIBO. 2 days later, I was shooting some content for one of my sponsors and I was running and I took an initial step and I drove off my left leg and popped. I knew instantly it was my Achilles. First thing that came to my mind was Drake Greenlaw because it was literally like the same exact movement and step and almost reaction that he experienced. So I went to the hospital, got a CAT scan, confirmed that I had a ruptured Achilles. I was kind of in shock the first 24 hours. It didn't really hit me until the next day when the pain really started to hit me. But I like to tell myself it was a freak accident. I'm 33 years old. I'm in good shape. But in reality, I'm not an athlete anymore. I've been bodybuilding for over a decade and my functionality has completely declined. Not only that, I've been using PEDs for a long time and PEDs can weaken the tendon. You know, your muscles get so strong and when you start lifting heavy weights, your tendon doesn't adapt as quickly as your muscle does. And it can weaken your tendons over time. So that could be a factor as well. It's really important for bodybuilders to make sure they're stretching and doing mobility and functional work. You know, it's something that I haven't put as much effort into as of recent years. And because of that, I've suffered multiple injuries. It just goes to show that we can't avoid this stuff if you're trying to be a bodybuilder, have longevity in the sport, and to stay as healthy as possible. That functionality training, you know, is super important to work on your mobility and also stretching multiple times a day. It's not like stretching once in a while. It's something you gotta do consistently and make it a part of your everyday normal life. Had I been doing that regularly and staying functional, I probably wouldn't have gotten hurt. So after this injury, I'm really going to prioritize my functional training and my mobility work as well as my stretching. I'm way too young to be getting hurt like this. My cardiovascular shape sucks. I can't even probably run a mile right now. It just hasn't been the type of training I'm doing. You know, I do for cardio stair climber. You know, it's usually a low intensity to moderate intensity. I don't remember the last time I got my max heart rate all the way up. So these are the type of things that I need to make sure I prioritize moving forward. You know, I literally sat on the couch the last 3.5 weeks watching The Walking Dead. I watched all 11 seasons of it. And if a zombie apocalypse happens, there's no way I'm gonna be able to take care of my family myself because I can't even run a mile. So these are the type of things I've been thinking about on the couch. I've had a lot of time to play out some really bizarre scenarios. You know, in all seriousness, I got kids now and I want to be able to lead by example with them. You know, the athletics are something that I know would be coming up in the recent years and I got to be able to be that dad that gets out there with the kids and shows them how it's done, to train them, to play with them. That's super important to me. It's something that my mom and my dad did with me. They were very involved in my sports, very involved in my training, and you know, we spent a lot of time together bonding over that stuff in my early years, and you know, I really cherish those moments, and I remember a lot of those times. I remember those times as young as like 3 or 4 years old, some moments. So I know that I want my kid to have those same amazing, my kids. I'm having another kid. It's crazy, October, I have a boy. I want to be able to share those with them. I want those memories to last, and it's just important to me. So, you know, I'm obviously still gonna be bodybuilding and doing my weight training just as I have been before, but I'm definitely gonna start incorporating more cardio, some functional training, some plyometrics. You know, I boxed a little bit in 2019. I really enjoyed it, but I gave up on it after 6 weeks. I don't really have a good reason why, but you know, I've been stuck on the couch a lot, so I've been going through old videos and I was watching some of the old boxing stuff, and I know I'm gonna start doing some boxing again, get myself back in better shape, give me another hobby. My daughter, you know, another year or so, she's gonna be old enough to start Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I think I wanna do that with her as well, something we can do together. I've spent a lot of time on the couch and I had a lot of time to think about my future and how things have been going and being healthy, you know, prioritizing. I'm not getting younger, you know, just little things I can clean up to make myself, you know, better inside and out. So I had surgery on May 1st. I'm in a walking boot now. So I'll probably be in the walking boot for about 4 weeks. And right now I have an 1.5 inch heel lift. And every week we're gonna decrease it by 1/2 inch just to try to get that foot to flatten back out. My foot was stuck in this position for about a month. That's how it was healing. So physical therapy is gonna be super important. Average person usually takes like 9 to 12 months to recover. I'm far from an average person and I have a lot of resources. I'm gonna be working closely with Transcend. It's the hormone clinic that I've been working with for the last 3 years. They're a telehealth hormone clinic. So we work with anybody over 18 in the United States. They're a legitimate telehealth company. So it's not just some random website. Like they actually have a staff of legitimate specialists, legitimate doctors that help all their clients personally. It's not just some cookie cutter program. Everybody is individual and has a plan, individual and specific for them. Transcend, they offer peptides and hormones. Whether you're looking to build muscle, burn fat, improve your energy, improve your cognitive function, or just recovering from injuries or sickness, Transcend has a bunch of different products that can help any of those things or improve any of those things. So I'm gonna jump into my recovery protocol. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you guys everything that I'm taking. So it's kind of a long list, so I want you guys to bear with me. And then I'll break down what each of those products do and how they function. And then I'll tell you guys after that how I'm dosing those things, and then we'll wrap it up. So first thing is BPC 157. BPC stands for Body Protecting Compound. It's a synthetic peptide that's derived from naturally occurring proteins. So it promotes angiogenesis. Angiogenesis is the formation of new blood cells and wound healing. Supports gastrointestinal health. My dad had IBS for a super long time. I put my dad on BPC 157 a few months ago, and he hasn't had any issues, and he's been shocked because, like I said, it's been an issue for a long time. My dad was limited to travel because he just had issues, and now he can go anywhere he wants to. It's been a huge relief. Like it was pretty stressful for him for a long time. So BPC 157, it's like literally cured him from it, and he's been really happy about it. Studies have also demonstrated that it accelerates wound healing. It's actually been studied specifically on the Achilles tendon. I'm taking that along with TB4, which stands for thymosin beta 4. Some of you may have heard of TB500, and TB500 is a synthetic version of TB4. When TB4 and BPC 157 are used synergistically, it is like the ultimate healing compound or healing stack. It's known as the Wolverine stack. TB4 is a naturally occurring peptide that helps with the regulation of actin. So actin is a protein essential for cell motility and structure. Next, I'm utilizing ibutamorin, otherwise known as MK677. Some of you guys may have heard of it. It's a hormone that stimulates the release of growth hormone and IGF-1. It promotes tissue repair, helps regenerate by increasing protein synthesis or how well your body utilizes the proteins. MK677 is also really good for people in their off season or people that are trying to gain weight. It stimulates ghrelin. Ghrelin is the hunger hormone. So when you guys are sitting around and your stomach starts growling and your stomach's hurting a little bit from hunger pains, that's because ghrelin has been produced because your body needs food. So this actually stimulates the ghrelin production and you will be hungry, you will consume more food. The next one is IGF-LR3, insulin growth factor, long range. So this one has a longer half-life than IGF-1. It increases your IGF levels and it helps accelerate tendon healing and regeneration of tendons. It's responsible for cell growth, cell motility, and protein synthesis. I like to take this 30 minutes before I train and I eat a bunch of carbs right afterwards, and you experience some really gnarly pumps in the gym. This peptide, when you take it, like you can actually feel it about 30 to 40 minutes later while you're training. The pump is absolutely incredible. So if you guys haven't tried it, give it a shot. I'm taking HGH, human growth hormone. That's important for cell regeneration and cell production. It speeds up recovery time after an injury, repairs muscle tissue, helps build muscle mass, promotes fat loss, increases your metabolism. The one thing about HGH, for those of people that are genetically predisposed to cancer, if cancer runs in your family, I'd probably stay away from growth hormone and IGF-LR3 just because it can increase the chances of like cell replication, and if you have cancer within your body, it'll accelerate that process. I've actually heard people have caught their cancer like early because they were on it and they found it sooner, but I would talk to a doctor about that stuff before you take my advice personally. I am gonna be using testosterone at a TRT dosage, primarily to maintain healthy T levels. Running a therapeutic dosage test levels, there's a lot lower chance of having any side effects, as well as supports a healthy mood and energy. My T levels crash, you guys. I don't have any motivation to do anything. I get really tired, I get sluggish, and my body aches. So it's important for me to make sure that my test levels are in a higher range because that's where I feel my best. Not anything crazy right now because I'm not training 100%, so I just want to do it to keep my body healthy, my mind feeling good. I will be utilizing DECA, nandrolone decanate. I'm sure some of you guys have heard that as well. It's used a lot in bulking and off-season for bodybuilders. It can really pack on some size when taken at a higher dosage. It's an anabolic steroid that builds muscle, but also is shown aid in strengthening tissues and ligaments. I'm going to be utilizing that along with Anavar. I'll be taking that orally. So this is going to help me prevent proteins from breaking down and promotes building muscle tissue. And there's very little side effects, especially during the time where I'm not training as hard, I'm not training legs. You know, Anavar is gonna help me maintain some muscle, and it speeds up tissue repair after a surgery. So Anavar will also lean you up. You know, I utilize Anavar towards the end of my contest prep. It's great for making your muscles more dense. It works very quickly too. I know I can respond really quickly to Anavar. The next thing I'm taking is glutathione. So it helps repair damage caused by inflammation. I've been dealing with really bad inflammation from an injury the past month, so the glutathione will help fight that. And it's really good to take it to help prevent illness as well. You know, I travel a lot, so glutathione helps prevent me from getting sick, especially on those damn airplanes. I get sick all the time on those, but I did notice when I went to Germany, I loaded up on glutathione before I left, and I took it when I got home and I didn't get sick. So that is the stack that I'm taking, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and tell you guys the doses. I promise we're gonna blast through this right now real quickly. But weeks 1 through 2 after the surgery, I am tailing the end of this right now. I've been blasting this a little bit harder the first 2 weeks. So I'm running BPC 157 at 50 units 2 times a day, which is about 2 milligrams. TP4, I'm taking 20 units 2 times a week, which is 600 milligrams twice a week. Ibutamorin, or MK677, I'm taking 25 milligrams every night. HGH, I'm taking 2 IUs in the morning, 2 IUs in the evening. IGF LR3, I'm doing 50 to 60 micrograms pre-workout 4 to 5 times a week. Testosterone, I'm gonna be running between 150 to 200 milligrams per week. DECA, 100 milligrams per week. Anavar, 25 milligrams daily. Glutathione, I'm doing 1 milliliter every other day. So after the 2-week marker, I'm gonna drop my BPC 157 from 2 milligrams a day to 1 milligram once a day. I'm gonna be running this all the way through, you know, I completely heal. I'm really interested to see how all this stuff accelerates the healing process, how quickly I recover. I'm really excited because I know it's gonna cut the recovery down significantly. The doctor said 9 to 12 months before I'm actually running or doing jumping or doing anything like strenuous again. I'm really optimistic that with Transcend's help and, you know, with how eager I am and dedicated I am to my physical therapy, I'm really hoping to make a full recovery in 6 months. You know, I'm not gonna rush it, but I'm definitely gonna work very hard to get back as quickly as possible. If any of you guys are experiencing injuries or wanna try to get more info on the hormones or peptides that I discussed, you can hit the Transcend link in my description and you can fill out an intake form. Within 48 hours, a specialist will reach out to you. You'll have a conversation with them, and if they decide you need blood work, they'll send over a lab request to a local lab near you or a local clinic. So after you get your blood work back and you get your results, the specialist will call you. You guys will go over everything line by line. If any of your levels are off, they'll discuss with you what medications you can take to bring those levels back into normal range, or if you have specific goals like muscle gain, weight loss, you know, improving your cognitive function, recovering from an injury, you know, mention that to the specialist and they can tell you guys about the products that can help accelerate or improve any of those things that you're shooting for. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. A lot of you guys have been asking me about my recovery, and a lot of you guys have been reaching out to me during this time, showing your support. It's been pain that I've never experienced before. And it was a real struggle. I was stuck on this couch right here 95% of the time for the past, you know, 3.5 weeks. And just to get up to go to the bathroom was a struggle and painful. You know, so now, fortunately, I'm on the road to recovery. I'm able to be up and move around a little bit more. You know, I've been taking it day by day and just try to be the best version of myself every single day and do everything that I know I need to do in order to get healthy and be successful. That's all we can do. And, you know, like I said, it's about taking it day by day and not looking too far ahead, because as long as I'm perfecting every single day, I know it's going to be leading me in the right direction. But I really appreciate you guys again, and I hope this helped. I'll see you guys next time.